YouTube. It's your boy, Original Dogman John Castro. Um, in this video, I want to talk about Jeremy Fragrance. His what was it? His Office for Men, or which one was that? The one that was 400 black tie, $400 for black tie, and he tried to set a standard with that. He tried to set a standard with all his fragrances, and that's the problem. You can't set a standard, Jeremy. You will never ever set a standard with fragrances, period. No matter who you are, no matter what perfumer you are, you will never ever set a standard. Um, so the reason why, and I need you guys to try to understand this more than I can explain it, because I can't explain it to you guys. Jeremy Fragrance has an ego. With that ego comes dilemmas. When when he named his brand, when he titled it Office, Date, and Black Tie, and his brand was Fragrance One, which basically means the first fragrance. He tried to set a standard with it. One fragrance for the office, one fragrance for date, one fragrance for black tie, one fragrance for unisex, and that's all you need in your collection, so he says. With that came his ego. And since his ego was interfering with his ability or inability to price his fragrances, his mind was saying, "You're the best. Therefore, give him the best price tag, or the better price tag, or the more expensive price tag than the best." And according to many, the best it could be Aventus, Baccarat Rouge 540. The best could be Nichane, which the price range is $400 on some of these fragrances, right? Jeremy's thinking since he's the best, he's gonna charge $400 for black tie. So his ego got in the way of that. Many of y'all don't see that. Many of y'all don't want to see that, but that's what it is. And it's not a struggle. When I watched George's video, it's not a struggle about whether his fragrances is practical or niche, right? That's not the struggle. The struggle is within Jeremy. It's not whether the company wants to label his fragrances a practical fragrance in a general sense of fragrances, but more so that it's becoming more niche. Jeremy fragrances is not niche. His fragrances, to me, is less than the best designer, Chanel and Dior. Shit. There's other fragrances that outdo Jeremy fragrances. Bullshit. So with that being said, when I watched George's video, it isn't the company struggling. The problem doesn't lie within the company. The problem lies within Jeremy himself. Point blank, period. The dude has a big ass ego. He tried to set a standard. He fucked up. End of story. You can't say you have the best fragrance out there and price it at a low price range. That'll be contradictory to your ego. So, with that being said, I don't know what George was trying to do with that video that he made about Jeremy's office. I mean, Jeremy's black tie. I believe it was the black tie video I watched. I didn't watch much of it, but George was trying to say why his fragrance was or explain why Jeremy's fragrance cost $400. I agreed with George, but what I disagreed with him was when he said that the problem lies within the company to decide whether his fragrances are more on a practical side, sort of like a designer fragrance, or more on the niche side. Man, look, if you gotta if you gotta charge that much for a fragrance, and we know that this shit is about niche designer quality or less, it's just being compared to Sauvage and Bleu de Chanel. $400. I don't think so. And then he says that this black tie doesn't last that long. It's powerful in the beginning, but the power dies down quick. Like I said, the problem isn't within the company. The problem is Jeremy's ability to discern between logical consistency, pragmatic and practical practices, and his big ass fucking ego. Plain and simple. Peace the hell out. You guys want to know why Jeremy is charging $400 for black tie? Because his fucking ego doesn't understand that his ego doesn't write checks for his ass. It's us. We write the checks. We give the money. He doesn't understand that his ego cannot set a standard. Now, he may think that he sets a standard, but Jeremy still hasn't realized that fragrances is subjective. So many people say fragrances are subjective, people are subjective, but many motherfuckers still don't understand it. They don't understand the differences between objective reasoning and subjective reasoning. They don't understand the outcome. They don't understand where it comes from. They don't understand the logic behind it. They just say this shit because everyone else is saying it. They don't understand that a group of people can be subjective. They don't understand that a fragrance itself can be subjective. A person's nose can be subjective. A person's reasoning can be subjective. And a group of people can be fucking subjective also. There is no standard of truth behind the fragrance, the nose, the people, the group, the collectiveness. There is no fucking objective reasoning behind it. There is no truth behind it. So when Jeremy Fragrance says Office for Men, or he labels his brand Fragrance One, he's trying to say that it's the best shit ever. And in that case, we know it's not. But Jeremy and his big ass egotistical mind thinks it is. And therefore, he's going to charge $400 for his shit. It's the ego. This motherfucker's ego tripping. And motherfuckers who shill for him are ego tripping. And motherfuckers who buy his shit are ego tripping. For $400. There's nothing practical nor pragmatic about that shit. It's plain ignorance and stupidity, and pride sometimes can be a sin. Your pride gets to you. Yeah. Motherfuckers want to be prestigious. They want to have the best of the best, and I'm paid for it. No one else can pay for it. Subjective fucking thinking. Stupid solipsistic fucking reasoning. These are what you call intellectual cockroaches. Parasitic motherfuckers sucking on society's titty. Parasite, y'all. This is what the fuck we're talking about. Jeremy Fragrance is a fucking parasite. Oh, he's done so much for fragrance. No, motherfucker. He has ripped off many people. The fragrance runner. I still can't get over that shit. That shit boils my blood every time I think about Jeremy Fragrance ripping off the fragrance runner. Ripping off his style. Word for word, basically. Stole his shit. And got an award at the Fragrance Award bullshit, whatever that is. I still haven't seen a public apology for that shit. Jeremy Fragrance is a fucking facade, man. Welcome to America, Jeremy. I want to know how it feels to live a fake ass fucking lifestyle, bro. I want to know how it feels to be so fucking fake, Jeremy. That's what I want to know, because I have no clue how it feels to be fake, man. You living in your condo in Miami? Let's see how long that shit lasts, man. How much you paying for that condo, Jeremy? $1,500, $2,000 a month? $3,000 a month? You better keep up that fake ass lifestyle and keep robbing your subscribers, homie. Because I don't understand what kind of job you holding down. Because to me, you just like Kevin Samuels. You just a YouTube beggar, man. Keep on begging. Like a little fucking dog, Jeremy. That's what you do. Keep on begging, son. Keep begging. Keep making those videos, Jeremy. I don't understand why people choose to be that fucking pathetic. Peace the fuck out, man.